Isn't Jason supposed to doing the intro since the round robin resets?
I was in your walls the whole time. I look ridiculous, bro. Shits and giggles aside. And yes, we did a bit again. It's been a few episodes since we did a bit. And as for the audience at home, why is Shane turned that way?
What? Wait.
Oh my god.
It's time for the podcast. Wait, where's the podcast? Oh, there's the podcast.
He did the same bit as from last year. He was not a host at the time, but we were talking. If you know the 3rd anniversary video, he did that bit.
I'm switching to my AirPods, so I don't have to worry about dealing no wires.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Yeah, Shane's camera frame is yellow now. Which, speaking of podcast stuff, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 42 of the All Things Nerdy podcast. We're joined today by John, aka Blind Tech, Shane, aka Shanimation, and a new host who's taking B's spot, Angel, aka Gabe the Dead Fish, who was a guest in episode 32, and myself, Jason, aka Samaroni, featuring the collaborator of the episode, Lou Adventures. Lewis for short.
Hello, everyone.
Hey. Do you have any ibuprofen? I have a headache.
I know that meme.
No, seriously, does anybody have any ibuprofen?
I do not. Which,
Okay, I'll survive this.
yeah, I pretty much had a coffee a few hours ago, just to wake up. And I was playing...
You're on edge.
Yeah, I was playing a horror game last night. Which, I may do it again tomorrow night. Not 100% sure yet.
So that explains the 3 a.m.
The 3... Meh.
3 a.m. cereal? Is that why?
3 a.m. I was not streaming at 3 a.m., but I did have 3 a.m. cereal earlier today. Yeah. I haven't had proper food yet. Oh no, that's not good.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Dealing with allergies because of the fact here in Philadelphia we are currently under a code red because of smoke in the air from the wildfires in Ontario and in Minnesota.
That's not
You
good.
heard about that in the news.
Oh, you guys too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's concerning. I honestly don't know the origin behind the username, which I can easily gather that the first part is his first name. Yep. And awkward silence. Okay, he's drinking water. That makes sense. Thank you for reminding me. I have water too.
Stay hydrated.
Yep.
I have water, but not within my reach.
That's fair. Anyways, what is the origin story behind the username?
Time for backstory.
11 years ago, I wanted to talk about... what I meant to say is an idea came in my head after seeing a lot of people on YouTube doing videos. And the fact that I was influenced by a lot of people out there, including young teens going on scuba diving adventures, seeing as I was having an upcoming trip to Walt Disney World to do some diving, and thus Lewis's Adventures was born.
Gotcha. And also, there was a delay on Discord to where we heard you. The we saw lip syncing, but the audio was delayed.
Yeah, Discord can be fucky at times.
Yeah, Discord is a bitch at times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same case with Midnight. Shane does part 1, I do part 2. For how
Wait, what am I doing part 1 of?
on how you met.
Oh,
I met Shane through Midnight herself and Sinnoh. And I met Sinnoh, Maddox Sith, on Twitch when he found me one day streaming. Then we became friends, and he became my moderator on my Twitch channel.
I'm surprised that he did it himself. Yeah, I was caught by surprise that you were gonna do part 1 because I was like, Shane, you do part 1, I do part 2, which, long story short, on how Lewis met the host on the part 2 side of things, Midnight invited both Shane and Lewis to the Buddies group the day she joined the group. I see nothing. What's
true.
this? This is the fun part about having a bandana. I could just blindfold myself anytime if I wanted to.
So does that mean, Jason, you strike hard and fade into the night?
That's cringe. Where am
He
I
sees
looking?
he
What,
sees
you
with
never-
his ears.
Oh, there's
What?
Madesk.
Also cringe.
I-
What, you never seen Ninja Turtles?
I have seen Ninja Turtles. Wait, which show? Is it the 2003 or the 2012 one? Because I've seen the 2012 one.
Doesn't matter.
For me,
Yes.
it's the original 1988 cartoon, but I've seen episodes of the 2003 series along with some episodes of 2012, but I don't recognize the other. I don't recognize 2017, and I certainly don't recognize the current incarnation of the TMMT.
I've seen mostly. I've seen the 2003 one because like 10 when that came out. I've seen some of the 2012 one.
To me,
I muted audio by accident.
I think I've seen the one from the one I was in TV stations from. I don't remember, like, during most of my childhood times before I became a teenager.
Alright, let me ask you guys this question. Have you seen the Ninja Turtles movie that came out 19 years ago?
Yes.
That one
19
is
years ago.
underrated.
So it was called TMNT, right?
Yeah, it's just called TMNT. It's
Yeah, I never saw
underrated.
that one.
Honestly, I should watch it. I don't think I watched that one.
I didn't watch it. I know what he's talking about, but I didn't watch it.
I've seen the 1990 movie
Same.
and its 2 sequels. Well, the third one, they're saying it was hard, and even the angry video game nerd James Wolfe didn't like it.
Yeah,
So he kind of did a rant about it on his channel.
I don't know the angry video game nerd.
So does that mean you don't know Nostalgia Critic?
I've seen some of his content.
Yeah, I also yeah, you guys are just mentioning content creators that I don't know.
Okay, good to know. Good to know, because if you have not heard Nostalgia Critic, you have not heard what I used to go by then, which is Nostalgia Teen Critic Jr. So you have not heard of that. Okay, just Gotta clarify.
Okay, good. so in your case, I was pretty lucky, Shane. Yeah,
No, it's actually worse in this case. It was funny because I was not a Nostalgia Critic ripoff. I was a ripoff of 2 other Nostalgia Critic ripoffs. That's a plus.
wow, that's even worse.
Yeah. And when it comes to the bandana game, Eddie VR has been rocking out bandanas when he does face cams, and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to do the same thing, but in my own twist.
Yeah. Well, at least Jay doesn't know about me back when I was the furious gaming geek.
What type of
I never
name
heard
is
of
that?
that.
That sounds like an
I'm kidding. I made that up.
That sounds like an Xbox 360 name, bro.
No, like so the angry video game nerd. He's kind of like this. He's like this YouTuber who rose up in the 2000s, and basically sort of like a comedy reviewer. He reviews like mostly bad games from like the old school like Nintendo or Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis eras. And he curses a lot and makes a lot of sort of like pee and poop jokes. It's like, well, I mean, it sounds. He does a lot more edgier than I'm making it sound. Like he says shit and piss and all that stuff, and he drinks a lot. So yeah, it was pretty popular back in the 2000s.
I cuss a
And he still
lot.
is today.
Yeah, I cuss a lot
Still
in
is-
my individual content, and there are some occasions where I would make adult jokes.
I don't usually do that because
You're a pussy.
I don't.
Just
If you
kidding.
don't pick up on the channel, and the shape deals and other such, along with my previous reviews, Christian guy right here.
Yeah,
That's fair.
there are Christian people that does have profanity, but not a crazy amount. If you think about it,
Yeah,
like for example, if someone says that the word hell is a cuss word, I would argue that it depends on the context of how you say it.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
That's fair.
because if someone
when-
says "what the hell," that's profanity. If they're talking about hell, then that's not profanity.
Right. Yeah.
When it comes to
That's
when
not
it comes
profanity. That's Saint Geronimo.
when it comes to when it comes to me cussing,
that's not
if I cuss on
profanity,
video,
that's
I usually
Geronimo. I
when I
never
cuss in-
expected that. Oh,
when I cuss in video, I usually like cover my cuss word with the distorted bass sound effect.
the one that PewDiePie
Mhm.
has.
Yeah, the PewDiePie one. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Oh yeah, I've
buddies.
heard of PewDiePie.
For buddies videos, we just do the Windows error sound now for when we censor F-bombs, but every single piece of profanity uncensored on Patreon.
You can buy the uncensored version now available on Patreon.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually only curse when I'm either quoting somebody or I'm saying like a joke that's not as funny if you don't curse.
Yeah. And I brought this idea up in episode 39, but for an activity episode when it's just the hosts, I thought of guess the Pokemon type, and there's a good idea that I have for it, which is that we could have a cheat sheet that displays the Pokemon types, which, hear me out for an idea. If the Pokemon has one type, if we get it correct, that's a full point, and if it has two types, and if we get one of them correct, it's half a point. And awkward silence.
The stunned silence is very reassuring.
Yeah, yeah. The Florida boys are on top of me on my end. Fuck you. I will not be on the bottom.
fuck you.
No, fuck you.
No, fuck you.
No, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Angel just doesn't
So
give a
Lu-
fuck. He's just chilling.
Yeah.
So, Lewis, welcome to what I have to deal with on a daily basis.
Not on a daily basis. It's once a week, bro.
Okay, weekly basis.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't bother
weekly
me at all, Shane.
Yeah, it's weekly until
I
August
know.
because a smart decision that we've been making is that we would have an episode is that once a week we have an episode prepared for the next 3 months as of recording. Which, speaking of that, at the time this episode's out, I'm 22 soon. Yeah, age-wise,
Happy
Angel's
early
the big
birthday.
brother of the podcast. He's 33 if I remember correctly.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Good lord, I'm so babied.
Man, you are not a baby. We are the same age.
Okay, we're both babied.
I am not a baby, bro. Shut up. It's already bad enough that people in their 30s call me a baby.
I gotta. Well, here's the thing. If I go back into young and say like, "Wow, I feel old," the adults will come and like, "Hey, quit making me feel old." No, I'm making myself feel old. Well, so there's
Yeah.
no winning either way.
Yeah, look. Yeah, if anyone's the old one, and I'm sorry to be that guy, it's Lewis.
Because I'm 42, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah,
I completely forgot about that.
yeah, he's
But
20
people
years
say I don't
older
look
than
like
us.
I'm in a.
He does not look
People say I
42.
don't
He
look.
looks 29 to 34.
Yeah.
People think I look younger than that. They think I look like I'm in my. They say I look like I'm in my 20s.
Yeah, look at Sinnoh and then say that again later on. Homie looks like he's 25.
I can pull up the podcast and just show it through the webcam.
Bro, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna dip
So
for
everyone,
I'm gonna dip for a quick minute, and it's because I'm getting food.
all right.
Thanks for rubbing it in. So, time to see what the chances are that he's just gonna miss out through everything again, and then come back like halfway through, just like the midnight episode. Cause I create chaos.
Well, I'm gonna wait for him to return before I talk about more about myself.
Okay, now if only I could. Now, if only I had a Discord thing that could play elevator music. The only thing I could do is sound effects.
No, you can stream elevator music.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
Can you gentlemen take a guess what game this is on my phone?
Okay, I found the episode. I found the episode with
Not
Sinnoh.
Fortnite?
Is that Pokemon Go?
I found the episode with
Mhm.
Sinnoh in it. Let me lower it down. There you go. Found it.
That's true. Yep, that is true.
Yeah, I just keep on guessing, but I just go through video to video because I don't have everything that Justin has in his mind into my mind. So I just keep on guessing and go through the Other Things Nerdy podcast YouTube video. So because most of my mind is just my PC business and other kinds of stuff.
When
Whereas
Jason
Jason
returns,
has,
I'm gonna
whereas
talk about
Jason
how
has,
Pokemon Go is. Oh, go ahead.
whereas Jason has all of the YouTube channel stuff and the horror game season stuff going on. With a lack of the other stuff that we have planned, we all have planned whatever goes on there.
I don't know what you guys talked about while I was AFK for a bit.
Huh? Shorter than
told
I
them-
expected.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah,
job,
I
Jason.
told them that I would wait.
I was just talking about.
Jason,
I was just talking about. I found the episode with Sinnoh, and was
and I
just
was
one
showing
here.
about Pokemon Go.
I zoomed in.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played Pokemon Go. I'm Team Instinct.
Last
I'm
time I
Team
played Pokemon
Mystic.
Go was
We're friendly rivals then.
Last time I played
Besides-
Pokemon Go was when I think back in 2018.
Speaking of Pokemon Go, it's its 10th anniversary, and that's one of the things I do on my YouTube channel, everyone. I like to make videos about me playing the game, covering community days to big events like Go Fest. But though I couldn't do no Go Fest video this year, mainly because of the hot weather. And same with Community Day this month. But one of my favorite videos I've done in my journeys been to Mexico, where I've shot videos of myself catching Pokemon. And during my last Mexico trip, I managed to catch Halucha, which of course it's rare to find Halucha because they're hard to find in Mexico. Seeing as it's based on a luchador, it would make sense for Niantic, now Scopely, to put the Pokemon in that part of the world.
Wait.
I-
Okay, hold on.
I'm lost
Did you
for
say
words, bro.
10 years?
Yeah,
Uh-huh. I've been playing it since day one.
bro. Bro, the fact that he
Wow.
said he's been to Mexico, bro, that caught me by surprise.
And I will tell you more about my journeys in Mexico, too. And it's to an island called Cozumel. It's the
I haven't
safest
been
part
out of
the
country, so
the safest part of the country you can visit. It's tourists, heavy police and military presence on the island. And then
Ooh.
let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, gentlemen. I've been going to Cozumel because of scuba diving with a nonprofit who calls themselves Dive Heart. They're a nonprofit based out of Downers Grove, a suburb in Chicago. I happened to find them one day by pure accident in a search on Google saying autism and scuba diving. That's how I found out about Dive Heart.
yeah. I have when it comes to food, I have pizza from Little Caesars and wings from Wingstop, which not sponsored by the way. Speaking of sponsors, smacking.
Did you say smacking?
Yeah, smacking. It'll smack your taste buds. Which, speaking of that, use code ALLTHINGS NE28263 to get yourself 10% off at SmakeSunflowerSeeds.com. And look at Shane's reaction. He's like, why do I have to deal with this?
Jason, the jokes I can make based off the word smacking right there. But I am going to refrain.
It'll smack
So
your
we
taste
going to
buds,
be
though.
talking about my Mexico adventures.
What about the...
Lewis, go back
Anyways,
to that. Go back to that,
hang on.
Go
Lewis.
back to that, bro.
Hang on. Speaking of sponsors, also
Quiz.
also for my business, you use the code ATNP20 to get 20% off your order on my business, my Blind Tech PCs business, for any of the PCs are for sale. At blindtechpcs.com.
And I'm here too. That's all the promotion
Okay.
I got.
Okay, now let's back to talking about Dive Heart. one of the things Dive Heart's doing is they're talking about building a deep water pool
A
for
deep
research
water
and for
pool?
their. Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. Wait. Is it okay, I'm totally spacing out on the question I forgot to ask. Dang
Bruh.
it.
Yeah, I'm just listening. Yeah, I'm listening. I'm just eating. Huh.
Yeah. If you want to learn more about the deep water pool, visit diveheart.org. That's DIVEHRAT.org/deep dash pool dash project.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
will have to search that on my own time.
Yeah. Which, when it comes to the life story of content creators, when it comes to what life was like before they started, how they started, what achievements they've gotten, and how it's changed their life, that's the type of shit that I'm usually here for when it comes to the collab episodes. Because they're always fun to listen to.
And let me tell you this, come next month, will mark 20 years since I got scuba certified.
Scuba certified. Yeah.
And yes, I'm also a scuba diver.
Huh.
But that's not all I do. I also do free diving, which is where you swim underwater on one breath. You hold your breath. Excuse me, drippings. All right.
Ow.
Then I also do mermaiding, which of course is free diving, but with a mermaid tail.
Yeah, from when I said ow, it's because I accidentally bit my tongue while I was eating my food.
What kind of pizza is that, Jason?
This is pepper. This is the pepperoni with nacho cheese and pretzel crust.
Nice.
That sounds delicious.
Why don't you add
All right.
chips in there? Why don't you?
You're making me hungry. You're making me hungry when you talk about pizza.
Now you don't have
Now as
to
for
watch. Now you don't have to watch some food porn to be distracted. You're welcome.
I'm gonna bring up a picture of me in one of my mermaid tails. And yes, I'm a merman.
It is true. Can confirm.
I will be right back.
Hmm.
I'll just wait until Jason and Gabe returns.
John, for correction, I'm still here. I'm just eating.
Oh,
Yeah, and I'm Gabe. Yeah, Jonathan, who's gone is his name is Jonathan, but he goes by Blind Tech as well.
oh yeah, Jonathan. Right.
And I'm just going to be waiting very patiently. And maybe cause
When he returns,
some chaos or two.
let me tell. When he returns, I'm gonna talk about how I got into mermaiding.
Basically, life before YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I honestly don't know when we're going to get to that point yet. Because I was listening the whole time. It's just I was more so thinking of when are we going to hear the live story, given the fact that I said the order a couple of minutes ago, and he's back.
All right.
I am back. Yep.
Now that Jonathan's back, I'm going to talk about how I
I got
got into
this.
mermaiding.
I got some peanuts.
There was someone who I
Nope.
used to be friends with who I met here in Philadelphia before she moved down to Florida. She became a mermaid in 2019, and then it made me want to get into it as well. So I became a merman as a result of that.
Yeah. Before you get to the next part, I'm gonna make this joke really quick. John is eating these nuts.
And
Really?
I'm gonna say, wait,
Fuck you, John.
friend, I'm gonna say like,
Mom.
wait, friend moved to Florida. Friend moved to Florida. So it was
We're
Jason's fault.
no longer friends though. Long story short, we had a
Man, what?
falling out, and I'm not here to talk about that. So
Man, why you gotta
I,
blame me for shit that I didn't even do? I don't even know this
I,
person.
Lou,
yeah,
I know, Lou, I know. I was just trying to mess with Jason.
Everyone always
right.
pokes fun at the Florida man. I see how it is.
I was gonna
She
do,
moved down to
I was gonna
Florida
do
because of
John, but that
you.
would have been too easy.
I've been through good and bad things in my life, but I'm here to talk about the good things, as I said. Um, I'm also talking about publishing a book eventually because I've been writing about 20 years of my life from 2005 until last year, 2025.
Happily do it for the next 25 years.
The reason for this book so I can get my inner demons out, share my side of the story, and talk about how I became a merman in it. And even though that person and I are no longer friends, I once did an interview with her on my YouTube channel.
Oh.
I can post a link to that in the chat. So let me find it first. I did this interview because it was part of my Road to Cozumel series 2022. Just a second, I dropped something on the floor. Let me pick it up. You're wondering what I just dropped? I'll put it on my wrist and show you.
I will
This
have to
is
look at that interview after this podcast.
You should, and tell me what you think of it. What do you think of this bracelet, everyone?
That is very impressive.
He's
A
iced
very
out,
impressive
bro.
Got it.
Yeah, let me see again. Oh wow! Wow!
It
That
activates when I'm
is.
talking, when I'm screaming, or when I move my wrist around. Got this from a championship meet down in Maryland 2 months ago. Because I'm going to be working for this place called the Kids First Swim School. in months' time. But for now, I'm also working for the city of Philadelphia as a lifeguard.
Oh, nice. How long have you been a
Let me tell you,
lifeguard?
if you mean with the city of Philadelphia, for a year. But if you mean in general, I started 21 years ago because in 2004, I, I was trying to get certified and trained, but I wasn't ready because of the fact I didn't have the endurance to do the swim test. I failed written tests, couldn't even do all the skills. Had to work hard to get to where I was in my life. Get what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it.
As
Because
somebody who
my previous job was with the YMCA here in Philadelphia. And no, I don't like the Y because of the fact, let's just say I wasn't treated very well, and not to mention I was laid off because of the pandemic.
Uh,
But of course, my life changed when I found when I went over to my local rec center, which is just a short walk away from my house, and there ended up meeting this group of young lifeguards who convinced me to come work with them in 2025 and return to being a lifeguard. And they also were impressed that I'm a merman. So them and their boss, who's now my boss, gave me permission to bring my mermaid tails to the pool, which normally you're not allowed to bring your mermaid tails to the pools here in the city of Philadelphia. But I'm actually petitioning to change that, where you have to be trained and certified to safely use mermaid tails.
hmm.
As for that petition, I'm gonna find it and post the link to it.
You are safe from the food porn.
And let me tell you this, I don't give a shit about what you eat, Jason. I do like pizza.
Alright. Does this mean it's now time for the backstory?
Yeah, I was honestly patient. Yeah, I'm patiently waiting for the backstory on the content creator side of things. Which
Yeah.
yeah, how can we
I'm
describe
also
this? We've heard the side quest stories of things, if we think about it that way.
now, as for how I became a YouTuber, it took me years to overcome shyness because of the fact in 2009 they made a, a video where I got trolled for it, and the trolls used my video to attack me and bully me, but then I took it down, which I didn't want to. But then years later, it took me a while to overcome that shyness and that fear, and then I put myself in front of the camera, and during my journeys, I've been to places. I've been scuba diving in Orlando at Epcot, to even going to conventions, scuba diving in Mexico, like I already told you in my side quest about my trips. I've to even meeting Pokemon Go content creators. I also have done reviews, interviews, to even vlogs, but the majority of the bread and butter of my channel are my documentary style videos where I like to document my adventures. So are you impressed about my backstory?
Very. I'm very impressed.
Yeah. That's a good story for the beginning side of things, which I don't know if you gotten how you start, which we heard the how you started part. I don't know if there's any parts that are missing, like how it's changed your life and what type of
Well,
content you've done.
well, the kind of content I do, as I already said, Pokemon Go is one of them because I was inspired by content creators like Trainer Tips and Pokemon Master Holly, who also used to be friends with me, but we kind of lost touch with each other and had a falling out. But hey, Pokemon Go is one of my things I like to do. It's side content. I've also there are other content creators I wish to collaborate with someday in the future, which requires traveling and going on adventures with, because it's my dream to do it.
Yeah, so
There's not much. Go ahead, Jason.
by the sounds of it, you want to become the next Adam the Woo.
Like Adam the Woo, I don't go around trespassing though.
Wait,
He has trespassed at Disney.
I
He
did
got
not
banned
know
from
that.
Disney in the past.
Yeah, I know he got banned because other theme park content creators talked about it, but I didn't know he trespassed.
Yeah, that's the reason why he was trespassing in areas of Disney World that he shouldn't have been trespassing in. Unlike Adam the Woo, I don't go around trespassing.
I didn't even know who this guy is, but wow, okay.
Yeah, he was a theme park YouTuber, which he passed away at the age of 51 last December.
What? I didn't know that.
Oh.
Yeah, we paid tribute to him a couple of episodes ago. I just don't remember what episode on the top of my head. Yeah, this man right here, I'm pointing at shade on my end. I'm pretty sure that he may want to buy a BD from our merch store.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I still need to get that.
Let me tell you this, gentlemen. In my book, I also talk about my YouTube journey as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that cough that came out of me was aggressive because of mucus issues.
Yeah, I also have mucus issues myself, but hey.
Yeah, mucus issues suck, am I right?
You suck.
Yeah. Shane, why you gotta do that? And I'm looking at you on my end.
It's called Dramatic Flair, Dramatic Menace, and you're getting 3 more seasons.
We don't know how many seasons we're gonna have.
Not yet.
But what do you mean not yet? D- And from when we were collaborating with Midnight, you said that you've seen Sailor Moon, so you've seen at least one anime.
Yes, that is
You
true.
talking to me?
I was talking to Shane.
Oh yeah, but I have seen Sailor Moon before myself. It's a great badass anime.
D-
Wait, technically I've seen two. There's or is it three? Like the one anime I'm also familiar with is
Pokemon?
I think it's called Little Witch Academia, and then
Oh,
there's Romance
that's
Killer.
yeah. Little Witch Academia is in the list of anime I do want to watch at some point because it was recommended to me.
You should.
Which, speaking of that, coming to think about it, I did send Angel my anime list because I didn't remember it at the time. Which,
And you still don't?
oh no, I do. It's just I didn't remember showing it to him at the time I send it to him. Yeah,
And just chilling still.
and as for anime takes I have, there's a good chunk that other people agree with versus some that I get roasted for. Like, from when B was there, I got roasted for my thoughts on Spy Family.
What would you say about Spy Family?
Yeah, I gave it a 6 out of 10 because it had a good start, but the wholesome bits were cringe.
Oh yeah, I can see why that
No
would
opinion.
start a flame war.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing that would start a war was that I said My Hero Academia Season 4 was ass. And if anyone disagrees with me, good luck trying to convince me otherwise. Because I have never seen a season that is that bad.
Honestly, it's more
I
personal
still
opinion.
need to watch
Like
that.
Except,
write that over somebody's opinion, because if somebody doesn't like it or overrate it or whatever, it's their opinion.
exactly.
Simple.
Like Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, that's another one that I got roasted for from when I said that the game is better. Wait, no, from when I said that the manga is better than the game. Good thing I corrected myself. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna say this much: Ocarina of Time is better than Majora's Mask. Good luck trying to debate with me.
I'm not because again, no opinion.
Good, because you wouldn't win that debate if you did.
Yeah, because I haven't watched it.
Yeah, this is not an anime, but another one that you're not gonna win is The Nightmare Before Christmas because it's both Halloween and Christmas.
When at what? When at what when it comes to the movie?
Yeah, yeah. Why I'm bringing that up is because there are people that say it's just a Christmas movie, which both Halloween and Christmas are both in the movie, so therefore it is both Halloween and Christmas.
Honestly, I always thought of it as a Halloween movie first. I'm surprised so many people apparently think it's mainly a Christmas movie.
No, it's both holidays.
Yeah, I'd consider it both.
Reminds me of this crazy unpopular opinion that's probably gonna get me hated. Um, I don't get the deal with people calling Die Hard a Christmas movie.
Yeah, if it helps, I don't know the deal either, given the fact that I haven't seen the movie.
I only see someone recreating the Happy Trails Hans. Yeah, that's about it.
And just off the frame.
Yeah, he dipped. That's what happened.
Yeah,
He stepped into the shadow realm. All we see is mushrooms.
I'll have to step
There's
into the
more-
shadow realm so I can eat something.
It's
Yeah,
actually Discord background.
Yeah, I have an idea on a meme that can bring him back.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Fuck!
Nice Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
What do you mean a Yu-Gi-Oh reference? Oh wait, Shadow Realm.
Yeah, the Shadow Realm.
Well, you tried.
No one wants to ever be to the Shadow Realm.
I didn't
That's
think that
true.
I was making a Yu-Gi-Oh reference this whole time. Yeah,
Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, I laughed when Bakura screamed, "Yami Bakura!" He got banished to the Shadow Realm, and it was funny.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't, but I kind of got a laugh out of it.
Yep. We all know the meme. I don't know the character's name, but one of the characters had a meme to where they went, "It should have been me, not him, me."
What's
Yeah, yeah, animes that I put on hold because I haven't had enough time to get back into it is Agresco, Ara Ferretta, Assassination Classroom, Cowboy Bebop, Darling in the Franxx, Fairy Tail, Freyrin Beyond Journey's End, Goblin Slayer, Hunter x Hunter, Jujutsu Kaisen, Mist Karate Sonohara, Sword Art Online, Alicization, The Irregular at Magic High School, The Promised Neverland, and Tokyo Ghoul. Which, to be 100% honest, I can understand why that anime fans think that Cowboy Bebop is a really good western, but it's an overrated pick on what they would say is the best anime of all time.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
I would say
yeah.
the same case for One Piece, Attack on Titan, and Full Metal Alchemist. Which I know that's a take that I'm probably gonna get roasted for, but we're all allowed to have our opinions. That's all I will say.
Yeah, actually, it's like One Piece is an anime I'm never really gonna try to get into because it's just got way too many episodes for me. Like it could just be like a 25 episode anime, and I'll take forever to finish that. Never mind like hundreds, if not thousands, of episodes.
Yeah, I honestly don't know if I would want to watch the show or not. Yeah, animes that I've dropped. Persona 5, play the game instead of watching the anime. It's not good. Suicide Squad Isekai, avoid that. Uzoki-chan wants to hang out. Fucking cringe, and it's not funny. Konosuba and Death Note, the manga is better. Yeah, I didn't like the
okay,
anime for Death Note.
okay.
Man. Yeah, the thing that I'm surprised about is that for Konosuba, I like the manga more than the anime. Because the jokes did not land the way that it should have. And I have watched a lot. Like, I'm 2 seasons in on Attack on Titan. Season 1 is peak. Batman Ninja, that's a fun one. Bond, The Boundary of Adulthood, that one is good. Chainsaw Man, I'm in the process on rewatching season 1 so that I know what goes on in the movie. John and I can agree on Cyberpunk Edge Runners being a peak video game adaptation of an anime.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I thought it was great. I'm playing through the Cyberpunk 2077 video game, but I'm gonna rewatch the anime after I beat the video
Oh,
game.
you should watch that. You should watch that anime. The Edge Runners.
Oh yeah, no, I have. Yeah, I actually watched it before I played the video game. But I'm saying that after I beat the game, which like I'm at least halfway through, I'm going to watch the anime again to see like there's things I didn't pick up on the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, and when it comes to anime that's in my anime list, I bet you guys don't know that there's a Terminator anime. It's called Terminator Zero. Which it's Which I'll say this much: you have to be a fan of the franchise to fully appreciate the anime.
Mm.
Which I would say is the same case for the Five Nights at Freddy's movies. You have to be a fan of the games to fully appreciate the movies. Like, same case with any good video game adaptation. You have to be a fan of the games to fully appreciate the movie or show. Like, for example, Super Mario, both of the movies were good, but Mario Galaxy was such absolute cinema in theaters, bro. And
And the
more,
movie itself after cinemas. Basically, what are your thoughts on the movie?
yeah, this is not my answer on the question. This is just in general for interrupting my thought process.
Bruh.
Right there. Absolute cinema.
Absolute shame. Yeah,
Cinema.
I just did absolute cinema from when I made a meme format of that. Which, from when I was drinking buffalo sauce in episode 39, there was one shot where I was like leaning back on my chair, and if you look at it without context, someone made a comment saying that without context, it looks like I'm being given head. Which I can
But
I can see
you
why.
you just drank like pure buffalo sauce.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah,
Because I was like, I don't know why I have this urge to drink the hot sauce, and then Midnight was like, do it. And I was like, alright, say Liz, I'll do it on video.
I was stumped. I was standing like this.
Yeah, Shane was surprised about what he saw.
Yes.
A modern anime, Solo Leveling, Season 1 is peak. Season 2, it's not at the same level of peak as Season 1, but it's still good. And I'm excited for the movie, bro. We're getting a Solo Leveling movie.
Well, by the you know what? No. It's a weird. It's an interesting joke, but I don't want to interrupt your thought process.
Yeah, I wasn't saying anything, go for it.
Oh, when you said like it's peak. It's peak. Oh, I didn't know you were a fan of playing Peak.
Funny you say that. I actually have the game.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I have the game as
Peak
well.
was a game.
coincidental.
Oh, I gotta start out. I gotta get that game.
Yeah, prepare to rage when you start playing it.
I heard Peak is better on controller though. From what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it is. And I got mad at the game once because I fell from a high place to where I lost everything, and I was so mad I banged on my desk.
It's $7.
At full price, which that's a good price. I was gifted the game for my birthday last year.
There you go. To make it closer for you guys to see.
1 second.
I haven't played it on controller, but I think last time I played it was when I don't remember. Probably when we were streaming on the Berries or something like that.
Yeah,
Don't
I
remember.
honestly do not remember on the top of my head what anime Angel has seen.
I have watched the Death Note anime. Yeah, Edge Runners. Let's see. Kill la Kill.
I haven't seen Kill la
Gurren
Kill, but I
Lagann.
want to.
Yeah, Kill la Kill's
Can
really
I talk
good.
about what? Can I talk about what anime I watch?
Yeah,
Sure.
If there's a
Pokemon,
yeah, Pokemon's goated.
Inuyasha,
Oh my god, yes!
I used to watch
I
Inuyasha.
grew up with Inuyasha, bro!
Yashahime.
Haven't seen that one.
It's a sequel.
I know. Is the
Talks about
sequel good? I haven't seen it.
yes, and then there's also Detective Conan, also known as Case Closed. I like that one.
Yeah, I used to watch that. My sister was obsessed with that anime for a while.
What? Detective Conan, Gabe?
Yes.
You can watch episodes of it on Netflix, older episodes. The show's been ongoing for 30 years.
Yeah.
It has over 1,000 episodes.
Yeah, the last show that I watched was Trigun Stargaze, which is basically season 2 of Trigun Stampede. Which I honestly think that the remake, which Trigun Stampede is a remake, the Stampede is freaking peak, bro.
I've seen the original Trigun on Adult Swim.
Yeah, I've seen the original as well. Which, speaking of that, I have a scroll poster right next to my desk.
You could say that was
Absolute Cinema.
absolute cinema.
You're just inserting yourself into memes at this point. I don't do that.
This would be the first and probably only time I'm doing that.
Yeah, I took a photo of the scroll poster. Yeah. Yeah, John has seen it in person at the time I was living in my old room.
Yep.
And I saw on my Instagram that he liked my story, which all I did was just post a photo of a close-up on my forehead, and it just says, I'm in your walls on my forehead.
Oh, wow.
Shane, I'm a night owl. What else would you expect?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I am too. Next, you'll be telling me you're gonna stay up till the sun comes up, and then you're just gonna sleep the whole day.
Yeah. I've lost count on how many times I've done that.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm surprised I don't even have insomnia.
How do you? Not. I'm the guy who stays up till like 2 a.m. and even I wouldn't go this far.
Yeah, I stayed up all day once. John and Angel can confirm that.
Mhm.
Yeah. From when we did 24 hours together part 1, I stayed up the entire day of day 1 because I couldn't sleep.
Oh my lord. Okay.
And I don't even know how I don't have insomnia, which I should. It feels like I should have it, but I don't. And I'm surprised that I don't. I know I'm sleep deprived, though.
So we an hour, half an hour.
1 hour
How
and
far
3
are we into
minutes
this
in.
podcast? Wait, repeat that.
1 hour and 4 minutes in.
1 hour and 4 minutes in. Too long. Too long. And now my brain needs to process a lot of information.
Yep.
The Shane brain.
Yeah. His
Yeah,
brain
the
ain't brainy.
Shane brain. Yes, my Shane brain. My Shane brain is not Shane braining. If I ever
Right.
do stream, if I ever do stream loose, if I ever stream, I need to make a sound. Part of me wants to make a sound card of just Jason recording brain not braining.
Yeah, I have my... Yeah, when it comes to stream stuff, I have my alert sound set to where whenever I get a Twitch follow or a YouTube sub, it just plays the purge alarm sound.
Oh no.
What do you mean, oh no?
I'm like, wait. Oh wait, that's a good thing, right?
If you have fun with
Right?
it, it's a good thing.
Oh, okay. I'm like, should I be? I was like, should I be worried?
No. If I hear it on stream, then it's because I either got a Twitch follow or a YouTube sub. Which,
Okay.
speaking of that, at the time of recording, I started my grind to 1,000 Twitch follows and 1,000 YouTube subs yesterday. Which I know it's going to be a challenge, but I'm willing to fight for it. And consistency is key if I was to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, consistency was a bitch to deal with in the beginning of my content creator journey, but that's a whole other story for another time. Which, speaking of that, I do want to share my life story in a different podcast at some point. And some well-known content creator podcasts that I can name for an example is Unsubscribe, Trash Taste, and Clueless. Which I'm sure most of you would know Trash Taste.
Yeah, I never
Oh,
watched Trash Taste, but I've heard of Trash Taste. Like
hello and
I've seen it
welcome
in
to another
passing.
episode of Trash Day Days
He
Podcast.
knows!
I'm your host, by the boys per usual.
Yeah. Garn, Garn, aka Giguk, Joey, aka The Anime Man, and Connor, aka Sea Dog VA, are the hosts of Trash Taste. Which they did an episode with Alex Lee once, back in 2024, if I remember correctly. Which, speaking of Alex Lee, when it comes to the Mirrorgate Universe characters, the way that I think of who would be a good voice for who is that I think of the character based on how they're written and the voice actor based on their talent. And I could see Alex Lee being the voice of Jason Dakoa, aka Speedo. And as for his brother, Ian Dakoa, aka Berserker, given the fact that he's the antagonist of the first installment of Cyborg Assassin, I can see him being the voiced by Sam Witwer, who voices Darth Maul in various Star Wars projects. And at the time I was playing Dead by Daylight with Icy Lights, I did say this take, which is that if we were to get a comic book character in the game, the Joker from DC would be a good pick. And James Gordon, I believe his name is, do not hesitate to correct me if I'm wrong, I think would be a good survivor if we were to get a chapter for the Joker. Y'all are just being quiet.
I'm just listening and multitasking.
Yeah. Yeah. You two, I'm pointing at John and Angel on my end. They have not said anything yet.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't have anything in the tip
Asking
of my
too,
mind. I
and
was go ahead.
I don't have a strong opinion on what you said. I mean, I like the Joker. He's a great villain. So
Yeah.
I just don't have anything interesting to add.
Yeah.
I agree with what Enzo's saying.
So, genuine question, who do you think would be a good horror character to come to Dead by Daylight someday? Which we're getting Art the Clown later this year, and we recently got Jason Voorhees. And characters that are already in the game is Freddy Krueger, Ghostface, Springtrap, and they had Pinhead and Michael Myers in there, but they're no longer available. And we also have Chucky and Leatherface. And if we talk
Hmm.
about horror game characters, Springtrap was already mentioned. And we also have Dracula from Castlevania.
Now, are all those playable characters, or are they just like computer enemies?
The killers are playable characters. It's just more so of, do you want to play as a survivor or play as a killer? Which if you play as
Okay.
a killer, you're pretty much hunting down 4 survivors who are trying to fix generators. And if you
Okay.
hook them at least 2 times, you're able to either hook them a 3rd time to put them out of their misery, or you can mori them. Which, think of, and the best way I can describe the moris is that it's pretty much a Dead by Daylight fatality. Which they started to do blood and gore with the Chris Yu, or it was the fuck, what was that Singularity, I think his name is? I don't remember on the top of my head. But it was with one of the original characters to where they started to have gory mores.
Maybe we could add like some characters of Five Nights at Freddy's into the Dead by Daylight.
We already have Springtrap. Yeah, Springtrap was added to the game last year in celebration of the 9th anniversary.
What about Freddy's Fuzzbear or something like that? I don't if that's his name or something.
Freddy Fazbear.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Which, he's technically already
that-
in the game, not as a killer though, but he does have an appearance in the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza map.
Maybe just let people use that skin or something like that just for the attacker part of it.
Yeah. If we want to
literally
go for a
anything else.
different horror franchise, hear me out. Given the fact that we have a good chunk of iconic killers, we need Candyman eventually.
The Candyman. The Candyman can.
I think Hannibal Lecter would be pretty good.
I haven't seen his movie, so I can't really say much of anything about it.
Okay. Yeah, I watched Silence of the Lambs a few years back. It was really good.
There's only one reason I know Hannibal Lecter from, and you all know the line.
I'm not. Is the Demo Dragon thing from Stranger Things in Dead by Daylight?
Demogorgon for correction, and we have a Demogorgon, and we also have Vecna in there, which we technically have 2 Vecnas because the other one is the actual Dungeons and Dragons Vecna.
Mm-hmm.
Which, speaking of the Stranger Things Vecna, we're gonna see him at Halloween Horror Nights this year, which
Honestly,
I'm excited for this year's event, whether or not I know I'm not going to be able to go this year unless if I'm invited by someone who's able to afford tickets to the event, because I am broke as hell. So at most, I'm able to watch other people's VODs. Well, no, not VODs, other people's videos of them experiencing the event. Why are you laughing at me?
How much is the tickets
I'm
for
not
the
laughing
event?
at something else.
Yeah, I'm not even 22 yet, and they laughing at me.
Yeah, I forgot. Was Pennywise already in the game?
No, he hasn't been in the game yet. And I don't think that's going to happen because Stephen King doesn't want his characters to be in a video game.
That's strange.
Yeah, and I'm honestly holding on to hope that we see it come to Halloween Horror Nights someday. Whether or not if it'll be this year or sometime in a later year is a whole other question on its own. Yeah. Those 3. Fuck you. Yep. Why are we getting the awkward silence, bro? Give us some shit to yap about.
Hang on. Hold on, like things to uh things to let me see. Oh, okay. I got it. You can't tell from the crickets right there.
Yeah, I hit you with the bruh. Yeah, I know a
What?
meme that I know the exact meme button that will work.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Okay, that's enough. Yeah,
That sounds like it would have an effect on somebody who's like very easily distracted by lizards.
yeah.
Does
Yeah,
Shane get
honestly.
distracted by lizards?
Yeah, there are some people to where whenever they hear the sound, they just act like that they're pressing a lizard button that says lizard.
I thought it was good. Yeah. Next, now I need a button that just says turtles, turtle, turtle, turtle,
I
turtle,
like
turtle.
yeah, when we have enough server boosts for it, we should have I like turtles as a soundboard. That's yeah, whether or not if we want to do the old one versus the new one is a whole other question on its own. Which I have no plans on watching the new one because I don't like the art style of it. And one thing that they mess and one thing that's controversial is the race swap for April O'Neil, which I don't like race swaps very much unless if it's done correctly. Like for
We're
example,
talking to
Deadshot,
New Mutant Mayhem. Oh, sorry.
yeah, with Deadshot as a character, he's the one character that I can accept when it comes to a race swap.
Yeah, I usually don't like them either unless it's like there's like kind of like a story reason, like it affects the story
Yeah.
in like an interesting way.
Yeah, once I decide what race I want the character to be when it comes to writing, they are sticking with that race. And same case with gender, which speaking of that, when it comes to the cyborg assassin characters, Sora Suisha, aka Lavender, is the first tomboy that I've written, and Akihasa Amano, also known as bro. I don't want to
Um,
be that guy, but this is a bad time to start screen sharing.
Yeah, no, I was just doing it for a joke because when you guys brought up when Shane brought up turtles, it reminded me of this turtle. I don't know if you guys saw the Master of Disguise,
What is
but
that meme?
yeah,
Oh boy.
yeah. No, I was
Even
actually streaming for the in Master of Disguise. There's like this scene where this guy like disguised himself as what's called a turtle man. So he wears a suit that looks like a turtle, that's shaped like a turtle shell, and like he bobs his head back and forth. That's what that reminded me of.
Am I not totally in a pretty turtle
I'll,
club?
I'll
Yeah,
post the actual scene in the chat so you can check it out later. But yeah, no,
Hmm.
I was just for that meme.
yeah.
I
While
know
the screen,
exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, while the screen share was up, it's pretty much audio only, which we're still heard. It's just it's audio only, which it's a good thing that there was a photo behind the window capture for Discord. That way, it saves trouble of having to edit later.
yeah, during the podcast, you could just grab a phone and just iPad and just show it on the screen instead of screen sharing it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I would have done.
Yeah,
Which, if I was able
like I showed you
to
earlier.
edit episode
Like I
32 on VSDC at the time, we wouldn't had that much audio only stuff. But Windows basically said "fuck you," and I was mad about it.
Halloween Horror Nights tickets are like $70. No, $80. No, 70. No, $80 minimum, which is a lot for a ticket.
Yeah. And when it comes to frequent fear pass, they plus having express, the event has been under controversy for discontinuing frequent pass plus express. Well,
Mm.
frequent fear with express, that pretty much stopped being a thing, and it pissed off a lot of Universal fans. And RIP is a $400 ticket, which is a lot, but if you ask me, that would be worth it if you're able to afford it, especially given the fact that you should be able to do all the scare zones and street experiences and the houses all in one night. Whether or not if it'll be the same case with the shows is a whole other question on its own.
Mm.
Which, speaking of
The
that,
fact that
John
go ahead.
has answered this question before to Angel between Sinners, Hellraiser, and Stranger Things. What is your most anticipated IP? For me, it's right there between Sinners and Hellraiser.
To me, I'm going for Sinners and Stranger Things.
I'm going Sinners.
Wait, have you seen the movie?
Oh, heck yeah, I did.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. Yeah, Sinners is honestly a good movie. Which, speaking of
Oh
that,
yes, it is.
it's gonna be next September for Horror Game Season Cinema. That much I can confirm.
And any thoughts of what your most anticipated? I thought you dipped it.
Between those three, what's that? Hellraiser, Sinners, and what was the other one?
Stranger Things.
I would say Hellraiser.
Yeah, I haven't seen Hellraiser, but it's in the list of horror movies that I do want to
Yeah,
see.
and me
And
neither. It's been in my bucket list
I
for
do
a year
wanna.
too.
I do wanna. I think I do wanna watch that as well. Since I already seen Sinners and Stranger Things.
yeah, which the horror movies that we're watching this year for Horror Game Season Cinema, we're doing Five Nights at Freddy's in 2 days at the time this podcast episode comes out. And we did
And
Ghostbusters last month, again at the time this episode comes out, which it will be in 3 days at the time of recording. And then September, we have The Thing, and then October, we have Terrifier, which between those movies, I'm sure that the hosts would say Ghostbusters. For me, it's right there between Five Nights at Freddy's and Terrifier.
excuse me 1 second. My dinner is ready. So I'm just gonna do the old laptop. I'm gonna do the old connect to laptop trick so the audio can just, I don't know, play out. If I get to do, we
idea.
gotta do the thing. We gotta do the thingamabob, Shane. We
My
gotta put the
dinner.
thingamajig in the
My dinner is
thingamabob.
usually late, so my dinner is usually late, like around between 10 to maybe even a little bit closer to like late 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I
Because of
know
how
that
busy
it
my
Well,
mom is.
I know that it usually depend. Yeah, I have.
well,
Yeah, I've tried his mom's cooking before from when I was at his place for 24 hours part 1, which I'm not gonna lie, it slapped.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
well, get ready for bad
You,
audio
you
quality,
also
folks.
you also you also had my grandma's cooking too,
Yeah,
like the
also
food that my
slaps.
grandma made.
That's yeah, if I wasn't around kids, I would have said I would never talk shit about Latina's cooking. Yeah,
I'm sure
du-
my aunt is probably gonna cook. Is gonna cook probably similar to what my grandma is doing, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, there's an Iron Mouse clip that was in my mind coming to think about it, which I'm gonna send it in the group chat.
I'm honestly very excited for Certified Part 2 and Part 3, like sometime later this year.
Yeah, we might be doing part 2 at the time this episode's out. Wait, no.
Mm.
It's next weekend. Good thing I corrected myself at the time this episode comes out.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found the clip. Yeah. Yeah, never say this to a Latina. And what they said was, this is why Latinas can't cook. And Iron Mouse was like, what did you say? And she was mad, bro. She was like, speak to my good ear. You said
Oh, I
Latinas
think I
can't
saw
cook?
this.
Yeah. If you say Latinas can't
Yeah,
cook, you're wrong. They can cook. Matter of fact, anyone can cook. Oh wow, I just threw in a Ratatouille reference.
Anybody?
The only people who
Hey,
don't like Latina cooking have never eaten Latina cooking.
yeah, yeah. Anybody with a freaking brain can cook.
Yeah, you wanna?
All right, gentlemen, I'll be right back. I gotta take a quick trip to the bathroom.
No worries, man.
Your face isn't shown in the webcam, Enzo. Discord decided to
Oh,
cover you
What?
with the background.
And
okay.
yeah,
Sorry,
Louis
I'll make
turned
this
off his
better.
camera. We're gonna have to go audio only. That's twice in this episode. We're going audio only, simply because our camera frames would be in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone turns their
That's
camera
unfortunate.
off, their camera frames would be in the wrong spot.
Yeah. Because of Discord.
Yeah, yeah. I honestly hate it when Discord does that.
I agree. Like keep it alphabetically, like my Discord name being the letter B, which goes in the beginning. Like have it where it's supposed to be at. Like, come on. Instead of like random spots.
That was just to fuck with the audience. We're not actually watching porn. Yeah, you guys can't see it, but Angel is hiding in the dark, bro.
He should get himself some studio lights. Or
Yeah,
at least
Yeah.
some lights like what I have.
yeah, I used to have a ring light, but it stopped working from when my PC crashed on me.
Your computer decided to kill that light.
Yeah, and it was back from when we were having the virtual anniversary party in VR chat at the time, which that shit sucked, bro.
I'm back.
Okay, now
Yeah, we had to go audio only while you were away because if it was still there, our camera spots would be at the wrong areas editing wise.
I was listening to you the whole time. I had my headset on while I took off. Is there anything else I can talk about?
Discord is still trying to cover your face, Enzo.
Yeah, no.
Jason, is there
Pretty
anything
nasty
else you
with
want
the
me to talk about?
Yes,
Not that I can think of. We're just talking about other stuff now.
Okay.
I mean, I think
Can
the
I tell
only
you
light
about?
Enzo has
Can I tell you about my book? Can I tell you more about my book?
I think the only light that's inside of Enzo's room is his fan light that's on the ceiling.
Yeah, my fan light is on. It's bright.
My fan light's usually off, and because of that, I got this
Same with mine.
key
My
light.
fan light.
I just ran into a meme on Instagram, bro. Local police bust a nut, bro. Look at that.
Oh God.
And it's just a guy dressed in a
bro.
peanut costume. Yeah, without context, it sounds sus, but it's a guy. But there were officers who was arresting a guy wearing a peanut costume.
Turn off my light now.
Yeah, what's wrong with my shirt? It says Canada. If you cover the C in the third A, it says anal.
It's getting dark out, everyone. It's getting dark out,
Wait
so I'm gonna.
My window's closed all day long. I do not touch that thing at all.
Yeah, don't touch that thing either. Yeah, why is Instagram giving me sus shit, bro? Hang on a sec.
You can just send it.
I have something that
I just turned the brightness.
I'm in your walls.
No, I'm a MacBook brightness, so it doesn't break that.
Oh, fuck. Hang on. Alright, I'm good. Yeah, why is John zooming in like that?
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. One of my friends was saying that I'm a snack, which I'm not. What? Which, speaking of that, if you're watching this, you know who you are. Am I a snack? The answer is no. I am not a snack.
You're a human.
Exactly.
As for my book, everyone, the reason why I chose to write that book, as I said earlier, to get my inner demons out and talk about who I am, you know? It took me months to write that book.
Yeah. Bro.
Maybe one day I will publish it, but still need some minor tweaking. And we ain't talking about tweakers either.
Enzo, you might want to turn on your room light because your laptop screen must be stoning your eyes.
Wrong
Where's
sec.
Dave and Shane?
Yeah, this trend has been popular on Instagram to where there are people hiding Mecha Chameleon characters in their art.
I never heard of this.
All I will say
Not
is
gonna
you're
lie,
missing out.
not gonna lie, Instagram Reels. As much as I don't really watch much short form content, there we go, Enzo. Now you can see you better. Anyways, as much as I don't watch short form content, I see videos on Instagram Reels that honestly, Instagram Reels has been giving me better videos than what YouTube and Facebook and other platforms has been giving me.
Wait, hold on. I have a fun idea. Watch this. Did it. Caught in 4K. I don't have an actual photo. Yeah, Yeah, with how I'm not gonna eat those pizza slices, I'm just gonna put them in a Ziploc bag.
I usually don't put
I'll be
food
right
in
back.
Ziploc bag
My
anymore
phone's timed
because
on. Nobody turn off their cameras if they're AFK.
Um,
It's a bitch to edit.
John,
yeah, I yes.
there's something I didn't get to talk about in regards to me. Well, I'm also part of this dive team called East Coast Masters Diving. You ever heard of diving off the diving board? Ever dove off of a
Mm-hmm.
diving board or seen diving in the Olympics? It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that, but except it's for adults who are too old to join clubs that are meant for kids and teens.
Mm.
I've been
All right,
learning
cool.
how to do dives.
Usually I don't watch those kind of stuff. I don't really watch the Olympics, but I know what you're saying though.
I understood. I understand.
Yeah. The only time I watch sports is when I was with family.
Like, what
Or if I'm
sports do you watch?
spending time. Not,
Since I'm from
not very
Philadelphia, I like to.
not very much not very much to me. There's sometimes where I watch the World Cup with my grandma, my mom's side of my grandma, and my mom and my dad sometimes. And I do watch.
All right.
I sometimes watch the one of those Super Bowl from earlier in the year. Sometimes, not all the time, but
Oh,
sometimes.
you mean the Super Bowl in the NFL?
Yeah.
I've seen the Super Bowl before. I'm a huge Eagles fan. You remember when the Eagles went to the Super Bowl 2 times? I'm from
I'm not really a
Philadelphia.
big. Mm.
What about baseball?
I rarely watch baseball. Same with basketball, to be honest. But I'm not gonna go too deep into sports as of right now because that would be toward that. I mean, I know we do have time. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to talk too much about sports since I don't have all that stuff in my mind right now.
Okay, but I wanted to tell you that I'm from Philadelphia.
Mm. And I agree with Jason when it comes to editing when cameras got turned off here. I completely agree with him. And I totally understand in the editing standpoint as well. I know Sane's camera that's not even Sane's position because the name of his account is like way after the first few letters of everybody else's other accounts. What you doing, Enzo?
I'm working. I'm doing some game dev.
Game. Okay, nice. Game development stuff going on, huh?
Yeah,
I'm back.
Nice.
yeah, it's pretty relaxing.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, my. Yeah, I put
Your
some
makeup.
pizza in the mini fridge for later or tomorrow.
I usually put food in glass containers because, from what I'm hearing, um, if you put food in plastics and you put it in the plugs to cool it down or microwave it, there's like microplastics from bags and other plastic leftover containers. It leaks into the food. It's what
Yeah,
I'm hearing.
that's why if you put Yeah, that's why if I want to heat it up, I just put it out of the bag and put it on a paper plate or a glass plate. And the paper plate is
Yeah,
if it's safe.
I usually never put food in plastic containers or bags. To be honest, I just put it in glass containers. Because
Yeah,
whoever said plastic containers is okay. I mean, it probably is for a short amount of time, but you keep doing that in life, all that extra microplastics from all the leftovers can add up inside of you. So I think it's better to like minimize it as much as possible. Since I drink water in this bottle instead of bottled waters from Walmart or other stores.
and my brain going burr. Simply because I am not thinking of what to talk about. Like
Hmm.
I've yapped my brain off. Shane's eating food.
And just doing game development stuff.
Yeah,
And me,
yeah. I
So
saw
how
his
to
does
me,
post
I'm
about
just
a new
chilling.
game.
I was just watching videos and doing game modding.
Yeah, one game that I
The
mod
only
the shit
game
out of is Gary's mod.
to me, I usually mod my Minecraft games and just add some things that could improve.
What's
That
your
can improve.
what's your favorite Minecraft mod?
Is honestly, I do not have anything in the top of my mind, but if I had to pick, I do not have anything on my mind that I could go for. I have to go through my launcher real quick.
Yeah, you should upgrade the private server to where it's in the current update at some point.
Yeah, I I will at some point if I was able to get it all working.
Yeah, and I don't know what's been going on, but it's been having connection issues, which I don't think it's your
Yeah,
server. I think it's the third party server thingamajig. I don't know.
mm. Yeah, it's probably that because I tried everything on my side. Or maybe it could be Spectrum. Maybe my guess could be Spectrum being a bitch.
Yeah,
I'm watching. Speaking of AVGN, which we mentioned about earlier, he's got a new video talking about Crash Bandicoot. You like Crash? Anyone like Crash Bandicoot?
Oh yeah, I have the Insane trilogy. But I 100% the first two games. I still gotta get around to doing the third one.
yeah. I honestly do want to play Crash at some point. I haven't played a Crash game. I played Spyro though.
Mm.
I played the originals on PlayStation. I played the original version of Crash 1 and 3. My ex-girlfriend from my high school years, she had the games. She loaned them to me so I can play them.
And to answer your question about my favorite Minecraft mod is actually called, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's SAERO world map. It's like that map that you see on my screen where you can see where you are in the world in Minecraft.
Okay,
Yeah, you see it on my computer, I think a couple times.
right.
There's more that I'd like, but I don't want to go too deep into that. Since I don't think everybody here knows
Okay, that's
anything
enough.
about Minecraft modding.
Yeah, Yeah, I played 4 seconds of the Exorcist theme, which, if it's only a few seconds, it's all good. More than a few seconds, that's when it would be problematic, depending on what soundtrack you're playing. Which is why I usually 9 times out of 10 go for copyright-friendly soundtracks.
Mm.
Anyone stream on Twitch? Oh yeah.
I multi-stream.
I streamed on Twitch a couple times before, but nowadays, not really.
When you get
Maybe
back
once in
into
like
it, you should do text streams. I bet you that would pull a couple hundred views. Plus, if you think about it, it's good for your business.
yeah. We'll see how it goes by the time I get to it. But for right now, I don't really have a PC that I could stream off of it. Like I know that one could be just fine, but well, not at this spec right now. But with the PC that I used to play Maximilian earlier, but if I get my new personal system that performs a lot better than it, then maybe.
Yeah. I'm just messing around with the soundboard, but there's a good point that someone made with the soundboard.
Yeah, you can't spell nutrition without nut, am I right?
Oh, well, for a second I thought someone was knocking on my window.
I got him! I got him! Let's go!
Yeah, I'm not picking my AirPods at my current volume anymore.
Bro. I got his ass, bro. I was trying to get Lewis with that, but I got Angel, so I'll take it.
I have closed captions on my MacBook. And I just load on my
To be honest,
AirPods,
Jay's
so
prank game is
can't
on
trick me
point.
anymore.
Yeah, bro. I have some evil ideas for April Fool's 2027. That's all I will say.
Damn, I don't even have Nitro, so I can't do that bruh sound effect.
Bruh.
I got
There
you
you go.
covered, bro. You're welcome.
1 second, I got a call.
You can just,
The
you can
person
just-
that's
yeah.
calling Angel.
I came.
That was... Yeah, that's Pinhead. The rest of the line is, you opened the box.
I came.
Yep.
The box. You opened it. I came. And this segment is just me fucking with the soundboard because why not?
Mhm.
Yeah, does he have red headphones? Angel has red headphones.
Yeah, I think he bought. Yeah, he was with me the other month for the weekend. And then I went to Walmart, I think, to grab a few things, and he bought one of those controller and headphone combos from the electronics section. I think it's a Gears of War edition or something like that. If he could correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, he can't hear you right now, so we'll never know.
Yeah.
And Froman Shane said that he left a comment on the midnight episode. I'm gonna look at that real quick to see what it is, because I'm genuinely curious.
Now he's back. He's back.
Yep, he back.
Yeah, I just had a
Yeah.
phone call, so.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I heard you saying. We were talking about the headphones that you have, and I told him that you and I went to Walmart the other weekend in a different month, and
Yeah,
yeah, you bought one of those controller headphone combos from the electronics section of Walmart.
He said I was gonna be so lost after
yeah,
when I was
exactly.
gone. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly don't know what the next couple of episodes is going to look like exactly yet, but I know it's going to be fun when we get there. And I have one more soundboard that I do want to mess around with because it'd be funny.
I am going to commit great crime. I'm going to bust nut in
Water
water tower.
And Fish and I, whenever we're on the Minecraft server, we would just fuck around with white dye. And I don't remember if it was him or I who said this, but I was like, I'm going to commit great crime. I'm going to push nut in lava and just throw in white dye in the lava. I can be a menace when it comes
I
to
might be
trolling in
sleeping.
that
I might
game.
be sleeping at that time, or maybe I was not on my PC or laptop.
You should see us at 3 a.m., bro. I am unhinged at 3 a.m.
If I don't have nothing happen the next day, then sure.
You are not ready to see how unhinged I can be at 3 a.m. Yeah.
I usually don't stay up at that time, but
I can't ever hear again 3 a.m. without thinking of that SpongeBob joke. Who wants a Krabby Patty at 3 a.m. in the morning? And then Patrick wakes up. He says, "Oh, it's 3 a.m."
Yeah, I don't know if that's a joke in the actual show or if someone made a meme of it.
No, no, that isn't the actual show. Yeah, it's in the graveyard shift episode. Like Swerve was annoyed because the point of that episode is that they decided to open the Krusty Krab 24/7. So SpongeBob and Squidward had to work a night shift, and Squidward was annoyed at it, and he said, "Oh man, this is ridiculous. Who wants to Krabby Patty at 3 a.m.?" And then like it cuts to Patrick where he wakes up at 3 and eats a Krabby Patty.
That's amazing, I ain't gonna lie.
or you could just go to any fast food restaurant that opens at 3.
McDonald's at 3 a.m. and just
Yeah,
get a McFlurry.
Bro,
Uh,
imagine doing that. Imagine doing that. Yo, imagine doing
I
it
had
in 24
Wawa.
hours. Imagine doing it in 24
ate-
hours part 2.
Yeah, bro, that'd be funny.
I ate Wawa around 9:30, 10 p.m.
If you're gonna do that,
Like-
y'all gotta wake me up.
Are there
if I don't-
Wawas
if I'm
outside
not
of
up at
Florida?
that time.
Yes,
what?
Wawa's here in Philly, Jason.
That means it's not a Florida thing.
'Cause
That means it's not just
No,
in Florida,
Wawa
baby!
actually started in my home state of Pennsylvania. Started here in Pennsylvania.
I thought Pennsylvania's got seats or something like that. Where it's a Pennsylvania exclusives.
Take me out.
So what you heard about Wawa, Jason?
Bro, I've lost count on how many times I've been to Wawa and had their stuff.
Yeah, Jason
Hoagie
and
Fest.
I went to. Hang on, Jason and I went to Wawa here in Florida at 24 hours part 1 before.
And we're doing it again for
we-
part 2 when we have lunch.
Yep.
Which, speaking of that, we're going to a Spirit Halloween for a segment of 24 Hours Together, part 1.
So what hour are we at?
An hour and 54.
Well,
And the
to you,
54
to me,
and the 54 is just minutes.
mhm. Yeah,
Because I
this is the thing.
recall
That,
that Midnight's
Episode.
podcast lasted for 3 hours. Her podcast episode lasted for 3 hours.
Yeah, we usually go for 2.5 to 3 hours casually. Which last time Angel was in the podcast, it was 4 hours.
yeah,
Dude,
the
look at
longest
his
one I've been to.
reaction. He was like, "What?" Angel's like, "Oh, jeez, 20." Yeah, 4 hours, bro. That's insane.
Yeah, it is.
I don't plan to do 4 hours. I'm fine with 2 hours.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, yeah. Like I think 2 to 3 hours is probably fine.
Yeah, we went 4 hours once, and that fourth hour was Angel showing us his games at the time we did episode 32.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate that it's mostly audio. The audience don't see the game.
Yeah, because there was scuff that went underneath my radar, and it is a pain in the ass to edit podcast episodes on OpenShot.
Fuck Discord for doing that to us.
Yeah, I don't know why that OpenShot was like getting camera frames out of the way slowly when they shouldn't have. Which that was just fucking stupid of them to do.
Honestly, DaVinci Resolve was honestly, to me, in my opinion, is a better video editing software than OpenShot, in my experience.
Yeah, VSDC doesn't use too much memory space, which is a good thing. So you get to choose where the files would be used at, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I think with my video editing software, it's like competing with Adobe's Premiere Pro, but it's free.
Yeah, fuck Adobe.
But they do have fuck Adobe, but they do have the other. They do have like a lot more features, which instead of what Adobe does, which is having a subscription, they let you have a one-time payment, which is a lot better than what Adobe does. If you want to pay for the software.
Okay, for once I did not run into a sus post on Instagram, which I don't know why it's this anime in particular, but this is clever. May I get a taste? Yeah, one sec, and then the kiss, but it tastes like beer.
Mm.
Yep. What the? Oh, it's just fingers. What the fuck
Right.
is that? Yeah, so I run into another post to where someone's holding a DVD to where they have their fingers underneath, but they made it look like it's a butt because of the character render.
Mm.
Oh hell yeah, I'm running into food porn again.
My Instagram doesn't give. Hold up! Don't say anything. Don't.
Yeah. John's being a good brother. He's protecting his family's privacy.
All I see is Ford.
Yeah,
I'll
all
be
that we
right
saw
back.
was his shirt.
I can't say I don't blame him though.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing. Which if I Yeah, the most I'm worried about is having background noises being picked up, which is a understandable reason on why these screens right here are temporary, which we're thinking of getting drywall here at some point. And I do want to get some soundproofing as well. That way, the sound that's unwanted stays outside, and the sound that is in my room stays in my room. Not to a crazy degree, but at a reasonable volume control. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know that Shane is still eating, which I am just out of things to talk about. And I know that we usually go for 30 more minutes, but I'm stumped. I do not have the energy to continue. Not in a way to where I'm like, oh, I'm done. It's just more so of I don't have enough energy. It's just more so of I don't really have it in me to do 30 more minutes of the podcast because of awkward silence moments. Y'all are being hella quiet. Yeah, you look yeah, you look relaxed with where you're at. I can't tell where you're at because of the Discord filter, but I can tell you look relaxed.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm lying on bed. I'm streaming from my. Well, I'm doing this from my laptop. I just don't think my bed makes most my bed head look makes a very flattering visual. So use the Discord filter.
That makes sense. Yeah, to be 100% honest, when it comes to the idea of Mindstorm Creations media IPs, a smart decision that I made is that for the Google Doc that has the logo of the project plus the story descriptions, there's different tabs. And the tabs are whose projects are whose.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. With how we're yeah, yeah, Angel, do you want to wrap up the episode with how we're pretty much out of ideas on what to talk about?
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we've talked about all that we need to talk to today. We will get back to you when we have more stuff to talk about. Happy to be a new host of the All Things Nerdy podcast alongside Blind Tech and Sam Maroney. And I look forward to doing more episodes with them too. And I look forward to seeing you watchers later on.
Yep. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's a good place to end up at for the outro segment. Which, speaking of that, thank you everybody for watching episode 42 of the All Things Nerdy podcast. We were joined by Angel, aka Gabe the Deadfish, John, aka Blind Tech, Shane, aka Shanimation. Both of those two are AFK right now, and myself, Jason, aka Samaroni, as well as Lewis, aka Lou Adventures. We appreciate y'all for getting the chance to.
Time for adventure!
Yep. I don't want to be that guy, but you interrupted me.
Oh, sorry. Continue.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you didn't mean it, but I'm still calling you out for it because that was rude.
All right. Go ahead.
Alright. As I was saying, we appreciate you all for tuning in to this episode, and we will see you in episode 43 with Demon Lord Tank. See you all around, and thank you for tuning in.